today's daily message is understanding about how your wounds open and close as you grow and as time goes past, and not healing, all healing happens at once. And I think this is a big one today, because maybe there's been some triggers that have come up for you today that are like have triggered something like an old wound. And why I say this is healing is not linear. It doesn't happen straight away. It happens over time, and it doesn't all heal at once. It heals usually when you don't know it's even healed. So sometimes you'll be like, I'm so angry, I'm so upset about something, and then one day you're like, oh, I've forgotten that person's name, and you don't even realize that you've healed without even noticing it, you know. So this is a big thing. We can do things like reopen old emotions just by a quick little trigger. Something can happen, like I've talked about this before, where we have this little black book that we write down everything when somebody's hurt us, when it was, how it felt, what you said you were never going to do again, etc., etc. We write it down, we block it in, and we put it into a heart. And then next time we find somebody or we meet somebody that might be the same name, or it's a situation that's similar, that is a trigger, and that black book comes back out, and all of a sudden we've got all the details, and we feel all the emotions and all the anger that we felt on that day. So it's really hard. So new experiences can trigger old pain, and it's really important that not all healing happens at once, and that growth happens over time. So it happens through different emotions, and we need to understand that. Every reopening is an opportunity for growth. So every time we trigger and we open back up again, we can look at it more objectively and go, well, why did I let that get so much to me? What was going on in my lifetime? The more you understand a situation, the better it will heal, the less of the triggers, and it allows the ability to move on. I like to do a little trick when I get something and it's really sort of triggered me. I just imagine seeing that whole thing in front of me, and I scrumple it up like a piece of paper and I throw it away. I do this at night time too, to go to sleep of any thoughts that come in, but crumpling up the paper is a good one that Spirit showed me, and just throwing away. A simple but very focus-based ability to be able to remove things from your life just by scrumpling up a piece of paper, because that's what we do. What do? We scrumple up the paper, we put it in the bin, we put it in the big bin, and then we let the bin go to the tip. We don't follow the tip, and that was a friend told me that one, which was really, really good. And so it's important to understand that, you know, every time you have an old trigger that can come up from a new experience, it's okay to work through it. It's okay to release it. It's okay to reopen that and reinvestigate and learn from it, process the emotions, do what needs to be able to move on. Self-compassion is key here, because I've talked about this a million times about the negative self-talk we do, how much we put on ourselves of why things didn't work out. It was my fault, I should have done this, I should have done that. And sometimes you just have to let that go and go, well, I've done what I can, and this is where I'm sitting at, and this is where I'm at now. So that's it. And that's what you've got to do. Sometimes you just got to have self-compassion. Highlight the importance of being kind to yourself, but also when wounds arise, you know, acknowledge them, heal them, even though they're frustrating, even though you feel defeated from them. Acknowledge them, learn from them, move forward. It creates more of a growth mindset, which allows you then to face your fears, and it means not avoiding everything, and just really dealing with it head on. By doing that, you're actually training not only your mind, body, and your soul, that you can get through it and work through confliction and tragedy and pain and negativity and everything. Because once you have those coping mechanisms, those coping tools, you'll move through things easier. You'll let it go. And as you've heard in my videos before, life is about just taking the flow and going with the flow. And when you go with the flow, less stress comes into your life. Like I've said that many times, water comes down, it hits a rock, it doesn't stop on the side of a mountain, it finds a way around it to get to the bottom. That's what you have to do. Your wounds open and close as they grow, and that's what's coming up today. So maybe there is a bit of a trigger, and that's okay. Let it go, process what you need to, release the emotions, move on. Because every time you do that, it'll get less and less, and the more you can move on. And saying that, see you again tomorrow.